Hello guys, how you doing? Thank you guys for all the likes, all the love, you all showed, showered on me on my 13 years anniversary. Appreciate you guys, man. God bless y'all. I want to talk about something that's not really, um, always talked about. I'm Nigerian, okay, by birth. And there's something I noticed. I noticed something, and this is an ongoing thing. Most men don't take care of their wives. Yeah, most men don't take care of their wives. And this is from back our forefathers, it made it look like there's no love. It made it look like we marry just for tradition, for the tradition. But this generation, is still trickling. It's still a trickling effect, going on. Most Nigerians don't take care of their wives. Now, my wife is a nurse. And the reason I'm saying this is because I was in an office to do something and I met a lady. Not necessarily that I met a lady. She was sitting down and she was talking with an old lady. She had twins, kids on her trolley you know, um, and she made a statement. She said, "My husband don't help me. I think she's not working or something. So for some reason she said, my husband don't help me." She was talking with that older lady, and this is a big thing, right? For us Nigerians. I've noticed that in a man. Men wants to have that dominance. They marry a woman and they want to put that woman under their feet. See, before you got married to that wife, you love that wife. You carried her like a baby, right? But once you get married to that lady and she start making kids, she becomes an old school car, right? It is very wrong. And most of you put hands on your wives. I mean, I've grown up and see parents, fighting, father beating the shit out of their wives, our mothers, and you're growing up with that shit too. But y'all don't have that same energy when you travel around and you marry a white woman or, a foreigner. You don't have that energy, you don't do that. You don't put hands on that woman. You don't put her on that queen. That queen used to be your queen, but now she goes by her name. Y'all need to do better. And the reason I'm saying Nigerians, I know it's not just Nigerians, right? Africans, y'all can, go ahead and, you know, let me know. But I know Nigerians for a fact, is for sure. Now, if you are a man and your wife is a nurse and you're not helping that woman, you're failing as a husband, especially when that woman have kids. That woman goes to work and she comes back and you expect her to bring food to your table. Come on now, give that woman a break. Now, I'm not saying that she shouldn't feed you. She shouldn't do what she's supposed to do, but she sometimes needs a break too, right? She don't have to be cooking every day, right? She don't. She needs to rest. You need to help her because you go to work and she, goes to work, or maybe she stays home. Does not mean that you cannot help out in the house. The other day, my wife cooked and she made a whole lot of food, and she got tired. Everywhere was kind of messy, and she went to bed. I came out around 2 a.m. I cleaned up the kitchen. I took all the food, packed the food in the bowl, the way she always pack it up, and put it in the freezer. And she came out and she was like, "What the hell happened in here?" I mean, she wasn't really all that surprised because she knows that I'm always doing that kind of stuff. But she was not expecting me to wake up in the night and do it. But I did it anyway. I've always loved my wife. And Never stop loving her. Actually, I think I love my wife now more than I loved before. Y'all need to help your wives. Y'all need to help your wives. And y'all need to remove that mindset of putting your hands on that woman. Yeah, because I just found out that my wife's sister, who just got married, this boy that got married to her stays in UK, comes back from UK and puts hand on that girl. Guess what? While the parents are watching. See, it's the trickling effect. And from my understanding, that boy's parents fight in the house too. You see, it's always a red flag when you're in a relationship and you find out that a father and a mother, the parent of the guy you are going out with, is fighting. You need to take it as a red flag. See, everything goes on the table. Everything. If you want to have a good marriage relationship, everything goes on the table. These boys have been seeing his parents fight in a long time. And guess what? You're the next. And you started already. So that's gonna be a story for another day. Cause I'm coming for that boy. Yeah. You're in UK, I know where you are, I know what school you're going to. I'm gonna make you go viral. But you have a deadline anyway. But I'll keep that part. But men, take care of your women. If your wives work in the healthcare, help them because it's crazy in the healthcare, man. It's crazy. They're using those people. They're using those women. Yes, most of them love what they do, but they are burning them out. Burning them out. Most of them are losing their licenses. Help them out, man. Mentally, they are breaking down. They need to come back to a home that is loved, a home that is peace. You know, you give them that peace. So